I loved her so much. She was so amazing and spectacular, I thought. She was the lady of my dream, I thought. I thought that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her, and the best days are waiting ahead of us. All of a sudden, everything turns upside down. My dream to be with her smashed into pieces in just a matter of seconds as she got someone else to live her life. Now, how can she be so selfish? That's what I'm gonna talk about today in this video. Not how selfish she is, but selfish in general. Most of the relationship today, as I see, has less to do with love, but more to do with desires. And when it comes to desire in a relationship, we tend to become selfish. The interesting thing is that we don't even realize that we are selfish unless we question ourselves why we want them in our life. Now, when we ask the questions to ourselves that why we want them in our life, we come up with several answers, like they are beautiful and we are attracted to their looks, or they're hot and we want that, right? Or or we want sex from them. If you don't get the things you want from that person, whatever that is, you move to the next person. So what you have to understand is that you don't want that person, you want your desire to be fulfilled, and in order to fulfill your desires, you want that person. So basically, you are self-centric, which means you are selfish. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every single person on this planet are selfish and they just wanted to fulfill their desires. We all have desires, so in that sense, we all are selfish. But the real question is that a wrong thing to do? The answer is definitely not. There is nothing wrong with fulfilling our desires, as far as both are agreed. But leaving someone after fulfilling your desires is a selfish thing to do, and this is where the things become problematic. Nowadays a guy needs something from a girl and a girl needs something from a guy, and if they are done with their needs, they move their own way. In this case, they're not loving one another, they are loving themselves. We tend to think that we really love someone so much, but if they go with someone else, we don't like that. We just don't like that, even though they are happy, because we don't want their happiness, we want ours. And we don't love them, we love ourselves. Being selfish is not a bad thing unless we cross the line. It's the common human nature to take care of ourselves first before looking out for others. But if you take it to the extreme level and just think about ourselves, then it becomes problematic. Think of being selfish from a scale 1 to 10, 1 being the most lenient one and 10 being the most extreme form of selfishness, rather than looking at it in terms of black and white, which we used to do when we were a kid. Being on the scale from 1 to 4 is okay, but falling on 8 to 10 is the sign of extremely selfish. Most of us probably live in the sliding scale of selfless to selfish moment, as per the psychologist. According to scientists, evolution doesn't favor selfish people. Individuals who behave selfishly and ruthlessly are less likely to survive as they get ostracized from their groups. So this means we are not inherently selfish, which is a good thing, but we are conditioned to be so in the society. Understanding that we are selfish one way or another helps us to realize our mistakes and opens up a whole new perspective to look at the relationship and the way we love, which I believe stronger the bond between the partners. With that being said, thanks for watching.